Let me refresh that, have a little bit of coffee. Okay. Okay, we're running fine, which is good. Let's just do this and this. Oh, we're gonna have a lot more we'll need to get rid of only. Bep. Cool. I guess I just consumed that. Let's also pop. You can only stack 10 at a time. That's bruh.
Generations of my ancestors.
F it, let's just pop that, why not? Okay. How are, oh, wrong one. How are you guys doing? How is your guys' day? We'll do the Enchanter's Writ. But how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? We're playing more Elder Scrolls Online. And don't really have much else to say, other than we're gonna be doing just our usual stuff. And then, yeah. We're gonna be doing our usual stuff, and then probably something. We're gonna be continuing on with whatchamacallit. There's a lot of stuff we could deconstruct here. Eh. Have I just been having that on the whole goddamn time? That is interesting. We do need to... Let's just quickly get our crafting writs out the way real quick. Ain't much, but it's honest work. Dark Elf. Yep. Drop all this off real quick. I think I could just leave alchemy and the rest alone. Bap, bap, bap. Bap, bap. Bap. Bap, bap. 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 Do I have a companion? No, I don't. I can just destroy that then. Should be fine. Not doing anything too crazy currently, mainly because I just want to see how the stream fares. Why is it saying... Shut up, game. I'm trying to see how the stream fares right now, because there was just like a massive thunderstorm. So I just want to see how everything really goes. Honestly, I think I'll just dismantle this. Just for the levels. Creation, we need one of these. These. And one of these. I can run on down here and get that done. Sip more coffee. Plate. You will... There's stuff from this. Ugh. And I believe it is woodworking and enchanting, which we can quickly do enchanting. No glyphs to extract. Trifling glyph of stamina with Ta. Jora Anita.
Jora Denis.
Hog. Alright. And we could probably... Okay. Alright.
Folks die.
They do. We're already researching something. Nothing in deconstruct. Alright. Brain creation. Oh, we're getting sanded stuff done. Oh boy. Whew, we just barely had enough for that. Oh my god. Alright. Barely had enough. Okay. We can deliver both of these shipments. I believe inspiration is just, levels, right? Trifling recovery. I still have an alchemist, right? I just realized. I don't know where to get blessed thistles. To be honest, at this point, I don't care. Any skills I can invest in the crafting aspect of things? Let's get that. Seems helpful. Let's get that as well. We are out of skill points, which does kind of suck, but and probably fine. Alright. Let's continue with the Somerset stuff. Unless... Was I crazy about the guild stuff? Okay. Sure, game. Sure. Let's do the main quest for now. And then we can do Psijic stuff maybe another time. I'll try and figure out what the game wants from me. Thanks to us being initiated into the Psijics, we have a fast travel that is right over here, which is nice. Let's get a riding. I'm probably just roll up like this. No, that's a dungeon up there. Or whatever that is. It's something I don't want to be messing with. Yeah, I can harvest that real quick. Alchemy isn't really something I'm too invested in. Mainly because there's so many ingredients that it's just... It's a bit much for your boy. Okay, there's the entrance. I was a bit lost for a second. Turns out I walked into a winery. There's a lot of dead air in my lungs. Some jute right here we can quickly pick up. Oh. We'll just get the jute. Just take this, because skill points are skill points. Don't mind if I do.
1,000 pardons, but the battle reeve requires your prompt appearance at the Proxy Queen's court.
What? The Divine Prosecution, man. Interesting. Hello, stable master.
My family has bred horses for generations. You...
Cool. I'll just increase my carrying capacity. Not much else, really.
Hear ye, Card Sharpson.
Okay, I'm making a 180 now. Is this... Oh, this is like the big city place for Somerset, isn't it? Nice. I wondered if Somerset had one. Turns out they do.
Hell of a mess, but I digress.
The Office of Divine Prosecution requires strong-minded assistance.
Do I have to talk to you for this?
These sailors.
Hello.
Another ephem. Ever since the Queen's decree, I can't take 3 steps without bumping into someone who lacks even a drop of Ultima blood. No offense intended, of course. Shall I presume you'll hear about the contract work?
Aren't you a bit aggressive? Yeah, I'm interested.
It's a sad day indeed when the Divine Prosecution requires outside help. But these are tumultuous times. With the army engaged on foreign shores and so many visitors on our island, our resources are stretched thin. Hence the contracts.
What do these contracts require? Are these the same things as a
Each
Necron?
assignment varies in scope, but all assume a certain level of danger. Some can be completed alone, but others will need allies to complete. You'll be asked to dispatch dangerous creatures, investigate suspicious activity. Those sorts of tasks.
How often can I complete
In
contracts?
accordance with our current regulations, each deputized citizen may accept a single contract from each Justicia every day. You are encouraged, of course, to check back regularly for new assignments. Does this kind of work appeal to you?
I'll take on a Divine Prosecution contract.
Very well. I hereby authorize you to execute duties on behalf of the Divine Prosecution. Go speak to Farewell and Tenorian. They can set you up with contracts and get you right to work.
What kind of
Justicia
assignments?
Tenorian's contracts can be handled by a single agent, while Justicia Farewell's assignments require a group to eradicate the dangerous beasts she cares about. And at some point, talk to Battle Reeve Tannaline about specialized missions.
Tenorian, you're the single person guy.
Ah, there you are. I see you've been deputized by Chief Justicia Carwin. It's quite exciting to see so many newcomers taking an interest in our little project. Now, I expect you're ready for your first assignment.
Is there any work available?
We've seen a precipitous rise in the sale and exchange of forbidden books. And not just the coarse literature from the mainland. I'm talking about something dangerous. Worm cult tomes. Needless to say, we can't have books like that floating about.
So you want me to track down the books?
No. A colleague of mine, Esulo, has already seen to that. He just needs some help ensuring the books are safely removed from Somerset. You'll find him in Golden Griffin, at the bar, no doubt.
Alright, I'll cover the text.
Contract was self-explanatory. Do you require more information, or did you just want to chat before you completed your assigned task?
Well, That guy's having a bit of fun. These are guild traders over here. Should we do that real quick? A daily? Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Over here. We'll do this real quick. Not really any rush. Why not, after all? XP is XP. Oh. I'll pop on in. Hello, bossman.
You've arrived at last. Come, join me. I assume that my friend in the Divine Prosecution, Justiciar Tenorian, provided you with the details? Or should I say, the details he was privy to?
Yes, he said you had books for me.
I do. Books penned by the Worm King himself. The Divine Prosecution is eager to see these tomes driven out of Somerset, but they move too hastily. Clumsy prohibitions and graceless raids only make these books more valuable to collectors.
So what do you propose we do with them?
You must lock them away in the Trader's Vault, a forbidden ruin on our Isle of Atreum. I would do it myself, but I am woefully unprepared for fights with undead horrors. A Sigic's power lies in quiet study, not flashing steel. You understand?
Alright, once I'm in the Trader's Vault, how do I seal away these books?
Marco spent his youth experimenting in the vault, and by all accounts, he guarded his works jealously, storing his books in warded chests. If you place these tomes in the appropriate chests, they should be safe from would-be necromancers.
Okay. Guess we're heading back to Artaeum, to the Trader's Vault.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors.
Stop. Ways up here. What's something we could talk about, boys? What's something we could talk about? I guess if any of you come here from Twitter, you probably know of The Thing. The news. And, it's definitely not good news. Nothing to affect the channel. In case you guys are worried about that. Nothing to affect that. But, it is about Destiny. I know, but it is kind of depressing. Recently Bungie has stated that, they released a state of the game. And in that state of the game, they said things that aren't great, and their logic is, well, it's just flawed outright. A lot of the stuff they say is contradictory to their actions, and they've honestly never been more out of touch with their community. They say things like, they're not making a new core playlist armor set for the core playlist because, whatchamacallit, it's, because nobody used the previous ones, and it's a bit hard making armor sets, so, expect at least 3 come next season. Because they're still making armor sets. So I guess making a 4th armor set is too hard for them. about these guys. Not really too big an issue though. But yeah, that's one of the contradictory things. I could just tank fire. I'm literally a dark elf. I do not care. What else? They said that because numbers are so low, they're not doing anything with Gambit beyond giving us back the Dreaming City map, which shouldn't have left, and adding Shadow Legion and Lucent Hive to the rotating enemies in it. All in final shape, by the way. Not soon. Which, yeah. I don't even need to explain why that's bad. They also said that, developing things like new maps drains from other resources in the game, which implies that it is not separate teams working on separate things within the game, but it is just one big team working on all of the game, which is not how that should be ran. Entire thing is just not right. They've got a couple good things, don't get me wrong. Like, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Just destroy some of this. Oh, wrong button. So sad if anyone wanted that coffee. Oh my god, I didn't even notice you there, big guy. Right. Okay, I'm an idiot. A little bit of lag there. I'll just fire that at him. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there's one over there. Didn't even see him. We could probably just level up safely here. We'll Pull one more in Magica. We'll just save the point. Oh, hello there. But, it's not good looking, and it just shows how out of touch they are. And the fact that they've not said anything since, and they expected us to be happy or something about all that, is not good. Like, I'm considering doing this. I might make a long-ass Twitter thread involving, issues with the game and possible ways that they could go about fixing it. Because back in the day, they said that that's how things get fixed. And admittedly, I've not seen many possible ways to fix things, just complaints, so I'm at least gonna try. I'm gonna wait until the showcase. Because maybe they did say they're taking the feedback involving the reaction to all this to heart. I just hope that they actually realize some of the things they've been saying with this. Bungie devs don't ever listen to the stuff I say, but if you are listening, if you want me to try and, like, give my own point of view as to how things are going and, like, possible areas to improve them, like, I could try and give things. Like, I could try and say some things right now. Obviously, the biggest issues with the game is the core playlists, with the second biggest thing being new player experience. That's how I see it, at least. Obviously, so, oh my god, that is the first Flesh Colossus. I'm fucking sorry. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna need a little bit. Here we go. Damn. He had a lot of stuff. Okay. Don't mind if I do. God damn. But, if we want to focus on core playlists just for the sake of conversation, what are our biggest issues right now? In each one. The biggest issue with... Let's talk about Gambit first, because that's a hot topic, and because I personally love Gambit, and I've been thinking of many ways to make it better. So for starters, this is probably the simplest thing they could do, because they've already done it. For starters, let's take Gambit, and let's make it so that instead of you getting an invasion once you hit a certain threshold of moats, the other team gets the invasion. That way it's an actual, like, catch-up mechanic, like invasions are supposed to be. They did that once before, and I believe it was pretty well received, honestly. Like, that was an actual good, that was a good thing. That was good. The next thing, like that alone, good change. Because I've heard a lot of people really like that one and were disappointed that it never came through. The next thing the next thing I'd try and do, I cannot think of a single person who likes the health gating on the Primeval. The health gating on the Primeval is a decision I don't know why it happened. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't understand why. Because it damages the flow of the endgame gambit. So, why don't we work on changing that as well? Let's, instead, why don't we, you know, let's get rid of the health gate. However, I can see what Bungie did want to kind of go with it. So why don't we try and retain that idea a little bit? We'll get rid of the health gating. There will be no barrier. None. Not a single barrier. However, we will have instead is a mechanic in which you will have your set damage phases. Your damage will still scale with Primeval Slayer stacks. However, when that time runs out, the stacks dissipate. The stacks dissipate. We'll say it's we'll call this expended strength or something. Oh, they're boss man.
Well done. Let's hope those.
Oh, god damn it. There's people over here I could talk to. Hello, I have things to sell. We'll call it like expended strength once once that's all done. Once the damage phase is over, it'll save the stacks, and then once the next set of Primeval Envoys are killed, the stacks are reignited, and those stacks you'd get from them would be added on to the ones you currently have, and then rinse and repeat until dead. Eh? Eh? Re-notifications. Oh, it's just all the leg sets. Very cool.
I came to summon.
But
I'm not.
so those would probably be the two biggest things that would probably be good changes. Is to recap. 1, changing how invasions work so that it's actually a catch-up mechanic now, where the enemy team gets the invade instead of your team, just to make it feel a bit more fair. And 2, going back and oh my god, I'm fucking losing my thought. I had like no sleep last night because of a thunderstorm, so apologies if I'm Kind of losing it. It's not really much I can control though. But 2, instead of making it health gated, depower the stacks of Primeval Slayer, and then reinstate them once the next round is dealt with. Those 2 changes, I'm telling you, they'd be really good. Like, really good. Is there a bank around here? There is. It's like on the outside here. Those 2 changes, I believe, would be really good. And I think they'd be simple. I don't know how that'd work in the coding world, but it would probably be enough to make Gambit feel better.
Well, look what the sea washed ashore. Another one of our interesting visitors. Your gold and valuables will be treated with the same care as any High Elves.
Anything we could deposit here? Could deposit the honing stones. I'll save that. Dump that. Dump these. That. Dump these. Anything else we can really just throw in there? Dump that. And dump that. Just give us a little bit more space. Those 2 changes, I believe, would go a long way. For Gambit, at least. And I was gonna say add more races, add the recent race additions, but they're already doing that, they said, so good for them. That's good, that's good. If I had to make one more change to Gambit, though, okay, there are 2 other things I'd like to do to Gambit. 1, find a way to reinstate the Gambit armors from Season of the Drifter. Or Joker's Wild, I believe it was called. Joker's Wild. Because those did add a bit of uniqueness to the game mode. And I've heard from a lot of sources that that's when Gambit was in its best and its prime, if you will. And I guess maybe for the other thing, I would make 2 modes. 1 being the default Gambit that we had back in Forsaken. The default Gambit, you know, just regular Gambit from back in the day, for those who'd want to play it. In case anyone wants that 2v3 kind of thing. And I would make a game mode where every new wave that you clear out, you send a random event over to... Well, a random event happens in the game. It can be something like, hey, because you cleared out this group this fast, compared to the other group, their next thing that they'll have to deal with is going to be a lot. The next thing they're going to have to deal with is going to be tougher, whereas if the enemy team gets it done slower, they can have, like... Actually, no. Making it happen tougher would only increase to how it is like a stomp mechanic. Have these random events. Only have them affect your team's stuff. So that way it's a gamble as to what happens. These can be anything. It can be having a little boost that pops up, like a couple of them, in like the next enemy zone. By the little boosts, I mean the stuff in Dares of Eternity. We can have little bits of those pop up as a random event. We can keep the high value target. That's fine. We can have, say, one of the artifact weapons pops up, just for that added fun factor. Well, hello there, bossman. We could say that pops up for the added fun factor. And what's something else? What's another thing I'm missing? Because I feel like I'm missing something. Random artifacts pop up, high value targets, random boosts, you could also, oh my god, this would actually be really good. You could spend at max 5 modes for this to happen. I know it gets rid of the random stuff, but hear me out. You spend 5 modes for this to happen. And in doing so, you can send, like, extra people over to the other team. It lasts until, say, we'll say it has a cooldown of, like, the next 2 groups that either you clear out or the enemy team clears out. That'll be its cooldown. You pay 5 motes. And once you pay that fee, you can send 2 additional boss tier enemies to the other side, like yellow bars, just to try and slow them down. This, of course, runs the risk of them getting more motes. However, you could also be buying your team more time. Because, you know, they'd be dangerous. So, like, captains, like yellow bar captains, colossi. In the future, maybe light bears and tormentors. That'd be cool. It'd be a gamble, which is what I find Gambit to be about. Again, that's just Gambit. I'll try and post it in, I'll post full possibilities on Twitter, because I don't want them to give up on Gambit. I feel like that's just not the right way to go about it. But, anyhow. Sorry that turned into a bit of a Bungie rant. I genuinely didn't mean it. I'm sorry. But, I'll try and @ the Destiny team, just so that they can look at it. And I'll post possible changes for Gambit. Ideas. I don't know if they'll be acknowledged. I'd appreciate if there was, like, some acknowledgement. But at the end of the day, I can't really control what they do. So, need more coffee. I might try and do that with, like, everything. Just @ them, be like, hey, here's some ideas for this. And, again, if they want to... I understand that I've said some bad things to Bungie. Though... there are things that imply that there are some that care. It's just they're disconnected, and they've disconnected themselves.
The Proxy Queen is unable to hold an audience with petitioners at this time. There are other affairs that require her attention.
And when will your ever-busy Proxy Queen see us?
Does she even intend on receiving our petitions? Or does she cast us aside like the rest of you High Elves? Many affairs compete for the Proxy Queen's attention. The complaints of newcomers do not rank as a matter of priority, simply put.
How dare you dismiss me, as though I was some commoner? I refuse to leave this spot until my petition is heard.
The same goes for me.
Damn. Let's just walk on in. We'll see what is needed at Eleanor's Royal Palace. Hello, Proxy Queen.
We grow accustomed to the influx of visitors to our blessed isle, though your increasing numbers remain a source of concern to our nobles. We, however, find the many non-Altmer faces to be interesting. What business brings you to the palace?
The Right Master of the Psijic Order sent me to get your permission to enter the College of Sapiarchs.
The Psijic Order? We have not heard a word from that august body in a star's age, and then word arrives that we should expect a visitor. Why would we grant access to the Sapiarch's private compound? Speak true if you want our aid in this matter.
The Crystal Tower's in danger. The Right Master sent me to warn the Sapiarchs.
This involved the business that Razandar was telling us about. The Queen's cat claimed he had eyes in the Psijic Order, but we assumed that was more of his braggadocio. Very well. We'll send word to Lilandril that you may cross to the college.
Is there anything I should know about the college?
The newcomer wants us to blather on about the many wonders of the Blessed Isle? Why, by all means. Let us sing the praises of the Sapiarchs, reveal a recipe for an Altmer delicacy, and select the best House of Reveries performance for you to attend.
Getting the sense I may have offended you in some way.
Indeed. Perhaps you aren't as dull as we first presumed. My queen has asked that we welcome you, so we shall tell you that the Sapiarchs are our teachers. The compound in Lilandril serves as the seat of their prestigious college.
Travel to Lilandril immediately.
And we shall alert the Portal Master to accommodate you. Once inside, seek out Lana Teal, Sapiarch of Arcanology. She leads the college and should hear the Right Master's warning. There, we have done our deed for the day.
Okay then. A little bit aggressive. I guess I'm not a high elf after all. It's rough being a dark elf in high elf territory. Oh. I have to go all the way up there. Oh my god. That would be bad if I just jumped off. Let's head on. How long have we been going for? Going for an hour. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, boys. It's just an hour of me rambling. Oh my god. I just realized I passed the way shrine. Oh my god. I'm gonna at least get us to the place. And I might call it there. Because... yeah. I did kind of ramble a bit longer than I intended. Which I apologize for. It's not usually the intent of these streams. So... I'll take us to the place, and then... to talk to the Burgomaster, and then I'll probably call it there. Again, I'm gonna try and post at least my thoughts about Gambit on Twitter and at the Destiny team. Just try and give some ideas over, because abandoning things should never be something a game does. I have to keep walking down this road, right? Yep. Yeah, I'll try and post all my thoughts, at least in the Gambit respect, to Twitter. I'll at them about it, and I don't know if I'll get any acknowledgement, but I can at least say I tried. Almost there.
Hail, mighty warrior!
No. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, it's Dragonlord. I thought that was Jute. Okay, yeah, I do cross the bridge here. Thought I wasn't going the right way for a second. Almost there, boys. Almost there. Almost there. Once we get to this way shrine, I will call it. Way shrine is, yeah, down there. Okay. So, we're gonna be calling it there now, boys. Apologies that it just kind of turned into a rant for like half the stream. I don't mean for these things to happen, my mind just kind of goes off. But I'll try and stray away from it tomorrow, if nothing develops. So, for the time being though, don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I do know we're gonna do it though. And as always, I've been Manager. You've been amazing. Sayonara.